never been in this atmosphere before. How do you think he's going to deal with it?
I really can't say. I really can't say.
How was it for you the first time you went through it? And how did you adapt?
But you gotta realize I started early. It only took me a year to become world champion. It took me, I was almost, I started at 19. About a year and a half, I became world champion. And when the belt switched hands from different champions, from all the different champions, Floyd Mayweather. Remember this? Now go back and look at some of the old interviews. I always said I was gonna be the last man standing. Now you guys done this. Let me tell you what you guys done. I'm just trying to find this out. Now, I gotta ask you this question. Now, how can a guy get beat and have a draw and still get fighter of the decade, but if another fighter can go a decade and a half without one loss and not be the best, and not be known as the best fighter?
Well, see, you're asking the wrong guy, and I'll tell you why. Because until you were eliminated from the Yahoo pound for pound poll because you hadn't fought in a year, I had you number one.
I didn't. Guess
was
what?
One of two guys.
I didn't even know. Guess what?
I'm just letting you know.
Guess what's so crazy though?
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? So
Pacquiao and Marquez fight, right? Both of them two future Hall of Famers, and I respect Pacquiao for fighting my leftovers and getting his way into Hall of Fame. Let me see how Floyd do against him first. Then now I'll fight him. Or let me see a guy who's beat up, then I'll fight him. Or no guys is just like young, strong champions. I'm saying, bring me the young, strong champion. Because if I beat him, they're gonna say, like I said before, once I get to him and I beat him, it's gonna be an excuse. They're gonna build another fight. They're gonna say, well, Floyd can't beat him. When Diego's undefeated, they say, Floyd can't beat him. Then they say, oh, he had a weight problem. It's always an excuse. And then once I beat Pacquiao, I'm gonna say, you know what? Because he's gonna take the test. They're gonna say, you know what? And if a fighter is clean, which Manny Pacquiao says he's a clean fighter. Well, when the contract was, y'all said Floyd, the top rank said Floyd, and Pacquiao said, this is what we want. This is what we want from you. I said, it's not a problem at all. I do whatever y'all want. I said, all I ask y'all to do is just both, not just you, but both. He said, I need at least, he said, okay, I'll test for 4 weeks, but for another 4 weeks or 21 days, I don't want to test at all. But once again, this is a guy that y'all praising, a guy that's beat all my leftovers. A guy that's beat a drained De La Hoya, a guy when he had in the contract said, De La Hoya, you got to go down in a certain weight, but then it had a clause and it said you only can gain a couple pounds. He was a beat fighter going into the fight.
Did you see my story on De La Hoya and Pacquiao? Then you know I agree with you. I wrote it down.
Well, we need you, and you know what I need you to do?
You know.
I need you to get your camera, and I'm going to let you come do an exclusive at my home.
All right.
I want you to get that fight height interview. I need you to do that exclusive one. I'm going to let you sit down in my house, and I'm going to let my chef put a good dinner together for you.
I'm there, man.
Hey, speaking of which, Ben, from